Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Well, good morning. We're back. Bright Monday morning. I've got two basement airs waiting on me. One's a rework from last year. We actually, and nobody's ever heard of this, but I'm telling you, it happened to me. We actually had a bad drum of MO99 and had 3 units get out of here. Tested good on the bench, but once they ran for a little bit, no good. Changed Freon. Got a different lot number, fixed all those problems. So I've got him up here. We're going to get him done, and then I've got another adventure that just came in, so we're going to get rolling on these. Mr. Lewis has already got the one up there with the Freon situation. He's working on it now, and I'm going to grab this one and start troubleshooting on. But the boys got plenty going on this week, so we'll go around and look at all their projects. But thanks for all the comments, and thanks for watching. Welcome back. This adventure, I've got it troubleshot, and you can see how much water this rascal's kicking. So we're running good on this one. 7.43 on compressor 2, compressor 1 7.41. So this unit's running good. Now he is having some issues with the fan motor bearing, making some noise, and as you can see, I've got the freeze sensor, the outdoor freeze sensor, unplugged because initially it wasn't allowing that unit to run. So we're still gonna have to pull that out to put a sensor in it, but we're gonna do that, update the fan bearing, go ahead and clean those coils, straighten them, and get some paint on them. But you can see it was 21 degrees differential, and that rascal was making the water happen right there, so not unhappy at all. So a little bit of excitement yesterday. We actually had a gentleman who was being chased by the police over there on the other road, and you can see there's his shirt and there's his hat, and he came barreling over the fence and cut himself up real good, and actually went behind the building and hung out in the trash dumpster, and the police caught him. Had like 8 of them up here, so they ended up catching him back in the dumpster, and he actually got to ride the lightning yesterday. So yeah, they tased him right out of the dumpster. So never a dull moment here at Shelburne RV. So our Wednesday basement air came in. Now this one was running okay, just filthy dirty. And then we had a bunch of cancer over here on this side. And then Mr. Lewis, I think, found out that the ductwork was all blowed out on it too, wasn't it, Lewis?
Yes, sir, it was.
Yep, so the ductwork's all blowed out. So of course, just gonna give it a good bath, and then we're gonna reinstall. So back on this Allegro bus that we talked about last week that had all the electrical problems. Now, the boys have been into this thing pretty heavily, and you can see that they've got the dash apart, and we have found lots and lots of wires that have problems in here, and we've actually determined now where some of the wiring problem is for the slide not working correctly. So yeah, gonna find out. I guess the customer had a cat that got in here and did a bunch of chewing. All right, so working on a Norcold 1200 that just wasn't getting down below about 43 in the refrigerator space. And these folks have had an Amish unit put in here, but I had noticed this side was raised up real bad. And so what ended up happening was the gentleman that installed this foamed it before he bolted this up. And so what happened was this side raised up and the thermal mastic wasn't touching, and so we weren't transferring any good temperatures in the refrigerator space. You can see how much foam came out of here. So it really wasn't foamed correctly, and then obviously that's pushing up, and there's no thermal mastic on the coil, which you guys have heard me talk about that. That's where the magic's at. So we're gonna get this refoamed and cleaned up and put it in the right way. All right, so I got the cooling unit back in this Norcold 1200. It's foamed in correctly and thermal masted correctly because it had no thermal mastic on it. So we've got it back in, and Thomas is putting the doors on, and we're gonna retest and see what happens. So we had a big blowout back here. We had to fix all that, got the ductwork working on that, and got the unit repaired and back in. So we're gonna test the temperatures now. All right, so this big Raptor you saw last week had all the plumbing problems. The boys have been out here working, and they've actually got the new tank mounted up in it. The tank was broke, and so they've got it in there, and they're just trying to go through and resolve a bunch of the plumbing now at this point and get it all updated. You can see there's a new valve sitting down there, and so at this point they're just trying to get everything rehandled and plumbed correctly, and so once we get that done, they'll start checking everything for water. All right, so the Norcold 1200, we put the cooling unit in. That one got down to 34 degrees in the refrigerator space, so getting all that resolved fixed all that. So good to go on that one. The boys are actually working on this wind sport right here. This one here, we've done several other jobs on this one, but the front air conditioner, the rotor's locked up on the compressor. So it needs one, and I've got one sitting right here. So the only thing they got to do on that, they got to put that 5-button thermostat board over in that one and get it done. But yeah, I'm a little behind getting my videos done this week. Man, thank you for all the phone calls. I fielded, oh my gosh, I probably fielded 45, 50 phone calls this week. So it's been good talking to you guys. There's a lot of you out there having trouble with your refrigerators and your basement airs, and so it's been good being able to talk to all those folks and it, help you guys out any way I can. So that's what I did. So anyways, it's Friday, so I'm gonna start looking around at some stuff. The boys have been working. So that black tank, they're trying to get that back up in there, get it all replumbed, and obviously the underpinning, we got to deal with that. But anyways, they're rolling here this morning, so we'll go around and start looking at some stuff. All right, so Mr. Lewis is just finishing up on this roof right here. Got everything put back on, got everything sealed up. He's just inside doing a little bit of work inside. But yeah, all finished up and just getting the smuts on the inside cleaned up, and it's be ready to go. This Class A motorhome that Lewis has been working on. Now we got this bezel that goes around the refrigerator, and you can see, and all these pieces like this, you can see how they built that, all individual pieces. Now what Mr. Lewis has done here, he actually went in here on some cabinet grade plywood, and we actually cut this out as one whole assembly. So now there's no cracks, or it's just less problems. You can see how nicely that fit in there. So I'm gonna be going to get some stain this week to do that. But yeah, it's just less staple work and screw work, and now you don't get this, those lines right there. It's just one piece. So I think it looks great. So the coachman they've got pulled out of here around the walk boards, the roof's on it, and we had an awning that was bent. So they've got the new arms and the new fabric on. They've still got to do a little bit of wiring right here, but this one's real close. And then just have some water damage problems we got to deal with next. That's what it actually came in for, was water damage. Supervisor actually saw that it was damaged up there, and that's when we started investigating the other and found the other problems. So after this, just a little bit of water damage problems, and it's close. All right, well, that's going to finish us up here this week. A little bit of a short video this week. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it was bonkers on the phone. I appreciate everybody that called me this week. I probably fielded close to 30 basement air phone calls, and I know I talked to 5 of you guys on Dometic RM1350 refrigerator problems. So thanks again for calling, guys. The boys, they had a lot going on, and I tried to get out there and get video taken of that, but they're moving through stuff. And of course I did talk to a lot of you guys this week. So, and Gary was down there a lot in the big office. How much was the phone ringing down there this week, Gary?
Oh, quite a bit.
So yeah, it was, thanks for all the calls, guys. We're always here to help people, and I'm always glad to talk to people. So, but my video is going to be a little short this week because of that. So anyways, it's just the way that rolls some weeks. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you for all the comments from last weekend. Everybody be safe. And remember, as always, this video is...
Guys and Gary approved.
You guys have a great weekend. Take care.